Okay, good day. Listen, you know what this is how you can tell the economy. I went to go today and I was like, feeling lazy. So I'm like, I'm gonna go get some breakfast, treat myself. I could have made myself breakfast, but I felt like treating myself. I remember back in the day, Dunkin' Donuts used to be $7. I was like, $18? Listen, no, the ladies were so polite, so nice. I was like, take my money. Good service is everything. I don't know if you've ever been somewhere where you're like, if the service was bad, you're just like, I don't want to, but the service is good. Anyway, we're gonna do a check-in. I hope you can hear me. It's a little loud in here. I know I'm wearing a stone where it kept saying psychic attack. If you've been having things happen to you, and that was showing psychic attack for mine, which was a chair light. Okay. Basically, it's when someone's sending anger or jealousy your way. Unfortunately, that's not spell work. It's just someone sending bad energy at you. In which case, that's not even spell work. What I do is, as a feather, what I do is just try to protect my energy, stay in prayer to God, do everything I have to. I burn my protective candles. That one has it's supposed to release good, positive energy with the herbs and whatever. Keep your vibration high. That's because when your vibration's low, it's going to make you easier to attack. I took pictures of all my children. I put protective stuff around them so that their lives are going to be okay, because I worry about them even more than myself. So what I did is I put protective stuff around all of them, made a little whatever, and I see that they're all doing good, and that's all that matters to me. So, you know. So if anyone's sending negative energy at you, what's going to happen when you do something like that is it's either going to go back to them, or it's going to just kind of like block off whether they're sending you. You can work one or two ways. It's just going to block the energy they're sending you, or if some of the energy caused you problems, those problems are now going to start happening to them. Whether it's health, wealth, car issues, home issues, relationship issues. That's the way karma works. Okay. So for anyone watching, we're going to do a couple messages, energy check-in. Crystals, white feathers, crystals to use during this time. See that? That was backwards. Citrine, unnecessary worry. Release the burdens of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Citrine is, I love that little dove. Citrine is a warming stone. It's good for helping money, solar plexus issues. In there, it said when you pray, you would pray to God a certain way. So you wouldn't say, God, I'm worried about this, or God, I'm worried about that. We had this talk, and there is a proper way to ask God. And obviously, you're not going to demand. You would say, please help me with this. Please help me with that. So it's kind of like you're asking. You're not saying you need to, or you could say, I'm worried, but when you do that, it's like you're not trusting the divine when you're not giving your worries over to them. Chair light. Someone else needs to supply me spiritual protection. That's when someone's sending anger, jealousy, or spite your way, and you need to protect your energy. Spiritual path. Your true beliefs are coming clear to you, which prompts you to make life changes. That's turquoise. That's also a protective stone. Man, someone needs a lot of protection out there. Tiger's eye. Self-confidence through God. Confidence, God working through you. Tiger eye comes in many colors. On this one, it's blue. It comes in blue, yellow, brown. It's also good against evil eye, and again, negative energy, and it helps with money. So whoever else is out there, it's like, man, I thought I was. You got a lot of. I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, but I like the makeup that I did use because they're right. It's quick, and it's good for mature skin. So I'm like, oh, that easy day. Third chakra. This is again what we were talking about. Willpower. Archangel Shamiel, he's the angel of love. He's also down here. His twin, it's funny, they're so polar opposites. Patience. I just noticed this. This is on 1010. This is talking about endings and beginnings. You see that? And the 1 and 6 is a 7. That's also a God number. But 1010 speaks of endings and beginnings. So if you're seeing that number, it might mean something's ending and something new is beginning, and to have patience, because that angel right there is, I know in some traditional tarot it's like Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be, but that's temperance. Temperance is always patience. It's patience while you're going through waiting for something, yeah? Ooh, healer of the ages, Yeshua. He's with you. So whoever's asking, doesn't necessarily mean you can or cannot have to be part of the bloodline, but it does mean that he's with you. I love that card. I love when I see it. I had cards that I made myself, and it said, Jesus loves you, God is with you, and it made me feel... Now, this is unicorns. I love unicorns. They've been with me since I was, like, little. Ooh, discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. That's also a love, purity. Dance. Move your body to the music. Dance the rhythm, like manifest your dreams through dance. I know one of the girls, that's how I get like my energy. She's on another platform, and I just love, like, I'll dance around my house. I love it. It just gets me like in a happier mood. Intentions. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. Meaning, if you want something, just like as if you're making a decision in life towards something, right? Be decisive. Don't be like, oh, you know, I think I want this. No, I don't think it's like it's like throwing out a mixed signal. It's like sitting at a light, and the light is just constantly whatever, and you're really waiting for it to change into a particular color. So the same way that indecisiveness works. If you want something, work toward that specific thing you want. Don't sit there and keep changing your mind, because it's going to make it harder for whatever you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. Receive. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. Could be gift of money, gift of love, gift of something. I don't know if I've seen that card. I love it. Ooh. You decide to wake up, or else why did you draw me? 37. I could read that. These are a couple messages from you. I love this deck. Oh. Galactic Grandmother. You're perfectly perfect. Okay, so let's see. I have never seen that one before. Sorry. I'm not familiar with that card. I've never drew that card. He looks a little rough, right? You decide to wake up, or else why'd you draw me? Ring, ring. What if you left clues and signs yourself to wake up calls for this lifetime, knowing you would fall asleep to your true mission? These symbols appear in books, movies, songs, colors, names, and are calling you. There's a reason you've been drawn to this cosmic journey right now. Drawing this card is your next jolt forward. Pay attention, pay attention. What is real? We can dream while fully awake, but we have to choose to wake up first. You're both the dreamer and the dreamed. You're ready to bring your dream to life. Cosmic Catalyst. What dream or nightmare am I ready to wake up from? Cosmic Checkbox. This is your assignment with this card. Yes, you got homework. Make a list of signs, symbols, and synchronicities that on second thought could have been calls to yourself through your dream time. Ideally, create a folder in your phone or store a photographic evidence and or record them in your cosmic journal. So this is telling you keep track of all the signs, symbols, maybe stuff you ran into, people you ran into, stuff along your path that is kind of guiding you to kind of really step forward. And I think that's... Oh, yes, I think I went through all my cards. Wow, that was... No, I got one left. I was like, wow, I was like, that was really quick. Sorry, scratch that, I got two left for 10 minutes. That daughter tests her daughter, her mother like mine. Community, your group, kingship. This is talking about getting together with close, trusted friends. You see them at the campfire, and it looks like little bubbles. You see the bubbles in the background. It's kind of weird, but those are like wishes. So basically, it's talking about doing something with a friend group that you trust, getting together, having good times, building memories, and keeping close to those that you can trust, that have good intentions toward you, and that you kind of build your sense of community around. It doesn't have to be family, it doesn't have to be lovers, friends. It's just basically telling you, spend time with those that you love, that you can trust and feel safe with, okay? For whoever's listening out there. Bison, abundance, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storms of life, fill my life with goodness, teach me the ways of gratitude and prayer. And if you're Native American, I'm part Native American, yeah? White buffalo or even anything is sacred. They consider any white animal, which is rare, because most of the time you don't see albino, or white animals, whether they have albino eyes or they don't. And it's considered a sacred messenger. It's considered they call it like a messenger from the heavens. So when you see an animal that's not normally white like that, it's normally from the heavens. It's normally something sacred that's there to send a message of some sort, okay? Personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Coyote. Reveal our truth. Don't take things too seriously. Take time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Because coyote spirit can be, they consider like a trickster animal. But it's basically telling you don't fall in tricks and don't be someone that tricks people or manipulates people into things, because it could work against you. And then likewise, it's also telling you that look out for tricks that may be played on you or manipulate you through life, as it can set up traps for you that you don't want to be in. Okay? So those are some messages. I hope those helps. I'm feeling a lot better. I was under spiritual attack. I've been working with, he's actually here too. See, a lot of people don't understand that. I'm like, not completely human. Like I said, that's someone at work, and a coworker laughed because I think they kind of know what I am. And then like the customer laughed, whether they thought I was joking or I don't know. But I just was like, yeah, I'm not entirely human. So basically, just so you know, during this time, we're not going to get aliens because I don't really laughing our asses off too. That means anything outside of Earth, right? That could be anything. Why don't you identify? So yeah, there's tons of different beings out there in my soul tribe, because I have family on both sides. So just to let you know out there, as a little FYI, because you never know who and what you're talking to, there is fallen out there. There's angelic out there. There are demons or demonic things out there. There are vampires. There are, I've only seen the unicorns when I was younger. I haven't seen them lately. There are dragons out there, which people think they're all evil. No, they're not. Dragons are protectors of galaxies, protectors of planets, because they're huge and they're very powerful. Okay, and that's part of my realm too. Because it seems like as more I get to know myself, I'm like, oh, I do a lot. I'm like, I got a lot of jobs or assignments. It's not funny. Stop laughing. You know what I mean? We all do something kind of different. We all kind of whatever. Shamil, just like his twin, the brother that's his twin and the brothers under him, one rules the planet, one is the intelligence of the planet, and they do different kind of things. I mean, you gotta, the more in tune you get to spirit, that's why I thought it was funny when people put me in isolation, they thought like, yeah, at first it got lonely and depressing, but as spirit started coming, I'm like, oh wow, it's like just a wealth of knowledge was like, boom, and it kind of hit me. I was like, yeah. When there's too many distractions, you won't be able to get that close to spirit, because your body, just like when you're trying to keep your mind busy, you're just constantly like going. And as you get closer to spirit, I'm like, wow, I'm really not alone. And he's on a different page. He's like a prayer warrior too. I think he's one of us. I have no idea. I got to ask who he is. And it was really helping me get through prayer. And like, he made me, I'm like, everything's cleaned out. It's like, nice. I'm like, I'm very much. Start laughing. So there's that. So stay in prayer during these times. There is spiritual warfare, but I just want to let you know there are other beings out there, whether you realize it or you don't, and can look human, can look like animals, can look like bugs, can look like, and did we do the spirit animals? Because I thought I took them out, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, we did. We did do the spirit animals. Oh, and this one's for me. Butterfly rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Butterfly's been coming to me. Transformation. Thank you. I was asking about that. I'm like, where's mine? It was right there outside the box. Look at that. So, yeah, so, just so you know, be careful who and what you're talking to. Not everyone or everything's human, and even if they look like they're human. Just saying. We're not even talking about robots here, because that's just a whole nother kind of freaked out level. but that's what helped me, is I stayed away from toxic people. I had to really ask Spirit who and what was sending something to me. When I asked, show me something, they showed me something in my dreams. They showed me things through other readers, and I was like, and at first you're in denial, you're like, nah, they wouldn't, would they? And then as you're listening and you're kind of putting all the pieces together, you're like, oh my God. And then you start act upon that, set up barriers and protection, and then I've been feeling a lot better, and I've been being a lot, like, things in my life have gotten a lot better. And it's kind of sad, because I'm like, oh, it's not funny, here we go again, you know what I mean? So just take care of your health, take care of your, well-being, whether you're with someone or you're not. And really surround yourself with, like right now, I'm focusing on my spirit children that are here on earth. Some of them know who they are. Some of them, I think they kind of know, and they're just waking up, or they weren't really sure. It's about waking up and remembering who and what you are. A lot of my soul tribe, which makes sense why I was so close to them. I know I was friends with one of them for years growing up, and then the other ones just kind of. And as I started asking, who are they? What are they? I realized that they were actually earth angels. And I'm like, no. Or they are angels that do different things. And I'm like, whether their culture believes in that or not, I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. So when I feel a connection, I will ask Spirit, who and what are they? And why do I feel that connection? Or why do they seem so familiar to me? Like, where or how? You know what I mean? And you get to know these things. And you're like, and... sometimes I call them out by name, sometimes I don't. And I think those that I call by name, they know who they are. And there are some pretty powerful angels out there. There's a couple that I would not mess with. Actually, one of the highest, I haven't heard from him in a while. He was a seraphim. He's actually down here. And I was like shocked. I'm thinking, what are you doing down here? You know what I mean? It must be signs of the times or something. But, and even higher than, like that's a little above my pay grade level. Like... You know what I mean? But learn. And, I've learned that things can, like I had a dream recently, and it kind of hurt me because I'm thinking, God, I'm trying to, I'm trying to deal with this in the best way I can. I'll give an example, my spirit spouse. So my spirit children that are here on earth, because and I had to tell one of them, because he they had a camera where they were like sleepwalking or doing something. I said, you're actually, because I was there during that astral, they call it, people don't realize astral projecting, astral going somewhere, even though they call it sleepwalking, you're actually astral projecting, meaning you're somewhere else doing what you're doing when you're awake, whether you realize it or you're not to freak anyone out. So when it kind of freaked him out, he's like, what the hell? I said, you were doing that on another level, in another dimension. You were doing that in the 5D. You were doing that in spirit. And why? Because when I was also there, during that one particular dream, it's a dream. It happens in the dream state, but yes, you astral travel. You go to different dimensions, different realms, whatever, okay? And he is what I am. Or I say hybrid between me and his father, whatever. So, both sides of the fence, up and down, right? So he didn't understand why he was doing something, so he didn't get scared. I said, you were doing that, and I think it's starting to click with him, because I was there when he was doing that. I knew exactly what he was doing and who he was doing it to, and I'm like, and so when I saw him on the camera, like he showed the camera of him sleepwalking, doing something, it kind of freaked him out. I said, don't worry, do not be afraid, but you were doing that on the 5D, because I was there during that dream, and I know exactly what happened and who and what you were doing it to. It's real. It's actually a real thing. So, and that's why I was saying, I'm like, and people, whether they get it or they don't, I'm thinking it's going to be a wake-up call for their spirit, my spiritual spouse, who's also my twin flame. If they don't realize that in the afterlife, meaning soul, because your soul doesn't die, what's going to happen? That stupid person that he, fine, you want to cheat? Go ahead, go. If you think grass is green on the other side, don't whatever, if you think you step in shit. But what he doesn't realize is that on a soul level, these people are being tormented by our children, who are very pissed off about it, and they have no fucks given when it comes to going after these people that interfered in a divine union, in a spirit union. So I don't know if the father realizes it or not, but with the children, I'm watching them, and they don't understand what's happening in the 3D. 3D is here, 4D somewhere in the middle, and then 5D in the spirit. And they're starting to kind of understand when I tell them things so that they can understand what's going on. And then everything clicks for them like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because sometimes if you're not connected, it can freak you out whatever's happened in the 5D and then happen in 3D. Because you're like, what's going on? And then when you start connecting the dots, you're like, because that happened to me, the first time that happened to me, I'm like, it started blurring the lines. Like literally your mind felt like it was like cracking apart. It started blurring the lines of what was real and what was not real, or what's happening, until you really figure out what's happening where. So that helped me move on, because I'm like, little does he know, all these people, these hoes, whoever he's talking to, they are getting ripped apart right now in the spirit by our spirit children. And in the afterlife, God willing, I say God willing because everything goes through God first. I know one of them I did do that to, so that will happen to her. I literally, after her soul got torn out of her body, I literally destroyed her soul with her body. I was able to do that. Like, she's gonna no longer exist. So right now she could laugh and she could play in my face and be like, stupid, whatever. I'll be like, because when you die, when your body, because the body dies, when you leave this earth, you better have all your fun now, because when you leave this earth, guess what, sweetheart? Your soul is gonna cease to exist, just like your body. I don't care where your body's buried or what happens to it. Your soul is gonna cease to exist. Now that right there is truly scary. That's truly scary. Why are you laughing? That is truly scary. Think about it. Your soul, right, depending on where you go, that's a different issue, right? Picture ceasing to exist like you were never even born to begin with. Like you're no longer existence. To me, that's more scary than anything. But like I said, God willing, because of everything that person did or is continuing to do. Sorry, they're laughing. I think it's funny. So I only say I believe in God, and you know what? I fear God. I don't fear man. Because if I've seen what I could do, I've seen what happens in the spirit, I would fear God, the creator, more than I would fear anything on the face of this earth. Anything that anybody or anything could possibly want to do. It's like, come at me, bitch. Like, I don't care. When you truly fear God, you're like, oh, oh, yeah. So all these people now, do I think all these other women that they're talking to, are their souls going to get destroyed? Probably not, but I probably already know where they're going to go, and I already know what one of our spirit children's going to do. He's going to have a field day, and I don't mean like in a good way. You ever have a field day in the military? It's not fun. Clean up time, clean up in L5. You know what I mean? So, do that. And that's why I'm watching what I say or do in this life, and how like I say, God, I'm just taking care of our children here that are here on earth. I'm proud of them all. They're all doing good, and that's all that matters to me. And every day I go in with Uriel, and he's here now too, by the way. He's pretty powerful. And we just go in and start cleaning up anything that might be projected at me or my children that are here on earth. You know? So, it's, and I have quite a few children now. I'm counting. A lot of them are here on earth. Some of them are not. Yeah. So, anyway. So, what I was going to say is, yeah, so, we're at 23 minutes. It's going to take forever to download. So, just be mindful of that. Be mindful. Go within. And if you're trying to figure out your spiritual life and what it is you're capable of, everyone has a purpose. Everyone has ability, no matter what it is you are, your soul. I would really implore you to get to know that, and during these times. And just so you know, we are in judgment season, going toward the end. When does the end? I don't know. I just know it's kind of like, you know, with the 10:10. It's almost right before the midnight, right? You need to start really getting yourself in order, getting your spirit in order. All right? And don't fall for things of this world, because they're passing away. Yeah. Even if you're rich, you're not gonna. I know you love your car, but you're not gonna take your, you're not gonna take your Lamborghini or whatever it is that you own. You're not taking that with you when you die. I'm just letting you know. You could have it on your side, depending on what you are. But like, that's why I say build up your treasure in the afterlife. I think everything's funny, but it's not going with you. Anyway, we're at 24 minutes. I love you all. Goodbye.